Welcome to the podcast for the sisters and bros. It will make you laugh from your head to your toes. Talking about their lives, from the highs to the lows. And the name of the title goes, The Sloppy Joes.
Welcome everyone to the Sloppy Joes podcast, and it is me, Joe McGrath.
Finally.
Fuck off.
Where have you been?
What do you mean, where have I been? I've been in Dublin. I'll explain all.
Have I ever missed an episode?
No, because we always work around you.
No. Have you missed an episode?
100%. You go Napoli soon, we'll work around you again. You went Marrakesh before, we'll work around you again. I go Dublin, no one worked around me.
Yeah.
True.
No.
I went to Dublin for 24 hours as well, and you couldn't wait.
Do you want to know something interesting?
Can I just quickly, before you do this, most of the people haven't turned off yet, so let me tell you this. There is 11 tickets left for the Sloppy Joes podcast live. It is on the 29th of April. It is at 53.2, the wonderful theatre we did it last time. It is at 12 p.m. Get them tickets now, because once they are gone, they are gone. Now Joe can carry on.
We went to record last Wednesday. Or should I say, we did record last Wednesday.
We did record last Wednesday.
And I get a message in the group chat.
For everyone.
10:15 in the morning.
Yeah.
Am I coming in today then?
Bit of banter this was so... No, right. It is. It's so banter this.
You at home can tell us whether you think this comes across as banter
or
not. After, of course, we've just been ridiculed for not working around Jam. Am I coming in today then? We'd already agreed it, so obviously. Or do you want to get Jay on? I'm a bit sore.
A bit sore.
Right.
Yeah,
Ethan, rather than addressing the fact that you're clearly trying to bitch out on us, it comes at it from an eyes. We haven't arranged anything with Jay yet. You think you can do a 25-minute show? Giving you the old... Ethan James, ladies and gentlemen, by the way.
Yeah, hello everyone.
Giving you the old, like, come on, big boy. You know, we haven't got... Jay isn't available. He said, you've never missed an episode, and it's only short. It'll be better with you. And you said, I'm the worst I've ever felt. Just seen a dog at the airport and nearly cried. That's how hungover I am.
To be fair, I did nearly cry at the dog at the airport because it was just like...
Right. Ethan says, I think this will make incredible viewing. 25 minutes, we'll feed you and give you water. I said, yeah, come in, got no one else to do it, it'll be funny. You said, I can't, I'm so effed.
What does effed mean?
F-U.
Why don't you say it?
Well, because it's still early on in the show, isn't it? And we've been having trouble with monetization recently, so I thought I'd rather not.
Fuck. Sorry.
I said, you got 4 hours... And it's 30 minutes.
Do you know what? This changed my mind. That text there changed my mind.
Because I also said, and you know, I'm sure I had to go there. I said, you won't miss Radio Manchester because you're hungover, and we're better than them. That's what I said. Bit tongue in cheek. You said that's the thing. You said it's 30 minutes, but it's 3 hours out of my day. Look, some of the excuses here. Right, and then here's what happened. I said driving at 2, film, be home for.
And I was like, right, okay.
And no, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
No, you weren't.
You said, yes, I'm going to do this. It sounds good.
No,
I'm in the middle of Dublin Airport. I've said I've had a sausage butty. I think right, things have changed.
Right, okay.
I'm looking.
But as far as we're concerned, the thing you just said, you said none of. You just said I can't drive, and then 1 hour later said I'm not going to be there in time. Sadly, no BS. I'm delayed an hour and a bit.
It was awful.
Right?
Awful experience.
So then I said, what? How convenient? Whatever, messing about. No. At this point,
got nasty then.
No, I said
I'm not in charge of the flight.
I said incredible slice of fortune for that. There for you, isn't it? Almost unbelievable coincidence. Then, yes, okay. I'm going to believe. I never checked. I'm going to believe that flight was delayed. But however, you then had the audacity, absolute audacity, to say. Definitely would have been in if the flight wasn't delayed.
Of course I would have been in.
That is absolute nonsense.
It is true. I would never miss it. I was just pulling your leg.
Right.
I would have been in. I would have not missed it. But Ryanair, you're a disgrace.
Right. Ethan, from your perspective, and from the viewers at home, let us know in the comments, did that feel to you like Joe McGrath was just pulling our leg, or do you feel like he got bailed out by the fact that his flight happened to be delayed?
Hello everyone. Well, if you remember, Joe, a few months ago, there was a time when I rocked up early one Saturday morning and we couldn't record because Joe McGrath was too hungover to come in. And who was it? Do you remember that, Joe? Was it Becky? His partner had a text on Joe's behalf. Is that right?
Yeah, he was so poorly that his girlfriend had to text us instead. Do you know who's never bailed out on the day? There's another time you nearly bailed out as well, by the way. But
when?
It was the day where you were meant to come in and do... let's not worry about that.
Go on. No,
you were meant to come in and do a watch-along. and do the podcast at the same time.
Them days are long.
You rang me in the morning saying I can't do it, but I can still do the podcast.
Oh yeah, you blackmailed me that day.
And I needed to.
Yeah, you blackmailed me.
But you've got form, Joe. So tell us now the truth. We're first of all, was the flight even delayed?
The flight was delayed 2 hours.
Promise.
I promise you on my life, you can check it. It was the 12 o'clock flight from Dublin to Manchester on Wednesday.
And 2, did you actually think this was all a bit of a joke, or did you get bailed out by the flight being delayed? Be honest with us, because honesty is one of our main policies.
I'll be honest with you. It's really down the middle. I was so happy when the flight got delayed. I was like, oh, thank fuck. Because there was an element of me that was going to just fucking... Because I had a Club Orange. You ever had a Club Orange from Ireland?
Drinks are free?
That's Tropicana. Club Orange is even better than a Tropicana. It's the Irish version of Tropicana. It's called Club Orange. Did I say that? And that changed my day. I had a sausage with mayonnaise. That also changed my day. And then I thought, this is going to be the new me. And then, Tannoy.
Who's that you went with?
We're sorry to tell you that
Isn't Tannoy in Vietnam?
No, Tannoy, the Tannoy.
Oh, that's Hanoi. Sorry.
We're sorry to...
Bit of a sniffle.
Sorry, yeah, he didn't have a cold. The other person didn't have a cold. We're sorry to announce that the 12 o'clock flight from Dublin to Manchester is delayed by 2 hours.
And then across a bustling airport, everyone managed to hear, "Get it!"
Yay! I did a knee slide.
You did the Peter Crouch, didn't you? You went full...
In celebration, I just shit where I was then.
Yeah.
But I'm upset I missed it, because I missed Ethan getting a massage, which I don't think, what a moment for me to miss.
I know.
I got a good massage story.
So, before we get into that, how was your week then? How was this Dublin trip that sort of ruined our
24
lives?
hours in Dublin. Also, we worked around Ethan more than we worked around me, and that made me upset. Because here's the power play here. We could always have just replaced Ethan, but you weren't having any of it.
What do you mean we could have replaced Ethan? With who? You? Who was in Ireland?
You do. You worked with him. You knew he was off Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I don't remember that.
He told us.
No, he never told us. For example, you've told us that you're going to Napoli. Could I tell you the dates? Could you tell me the dates, Ethan?
No, I couldn't tell you the dates.
So he told us like you've just told us then.
No.
For me to try to remember his fucking diary.
No, but I
don't
always...
remember yours. I know you're going to Naples at a certain point.
But the problem is, and this is getting too into the weeds here, but the problem is, Joe, is when we arrange to meet, me and Ethan turn up, and you don't always turn up.
Because you work together. You've got this you in passing conversation, you just say, oh, by the way, I'm off Thursday, Friday. And then you leave it to the end to tell me that he's off. I was left in the dark. I'm the victim here.
Hang on.
I'm the victim here.
One of the sorest losers and least capable people of taking the blame I've ever met. Sorry, Joe.
Shut up, Ethan.
I'm in control of the camera, so look, it's me talking now. I can mute you two if I want to. What I was going to say is we always meet on a Wednesday before we do our panic line. The only time we do a Thursday is if on a Europa League night, and there was no Europa League, and you know that.
Yeah.
For everyone who's not a football fan, it's just because United played different games. Right.
The other thing in terms of...
Let me tell you about Dublin.
Actually, I think we can come back to Dublin. Okay.
Dublin was great. Great flight over there. Went to a pub that I've not been for ages called the Confession Box. Did some confessions. It was really good.
I put other things before the Sloppy Joes podcast.
I don't put other things before the Sloppy Joes podcast.
Boozing and that. Who did you go to Dublin with?
Daryl.
Oh.
Daryl. What are you saying? Doofo. Daryl, the guy who swallows pennies.
He was swallowing some Euro cent over there, wasn't he?
Yeah, in the middle of the night, he woke up whilst we were asleep and said he was going to have a heart attack, and then left the room for an hour.
Did you chase after him?
Nah. There was at one point, 55 minutes in, I thought he could have had a heart attack. He did. He came back. He was happy. What else are you going to bring up here? If it's something bad, we're just moving on. It's not a slag off Joe episode.
No, it's not.
It is though.
Oh, is it? Okay,
No.
great. Thank you for giving me permission.
Turkinov.
Okay, we're going for it. Turgenov's Russia. Read it. Good book. Talking of Joe struggling to take responsibility for negative outcomes in his life.
I'm not doing this early in the pod. I'm not doing this.
Now, for those at
people.
home, most of you know, I'm sure, that Joe and I were graciously enrolled in a personal trainer program the Robust Body Project with
Yeah.
Ash, our coach. Check him out on Instagram if you haven't already. We're now, I think, halfway through that. We're 6 weeks into the 12-week program.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus, it's gone quick, hasn't it?
well,
Time
Joe,
flies, you're having fun.
I'm halfway through it.
Yeah.
I think you might be a tenth of the way through it because you text me the other day. All it said, quite simply, done with Ash.
No, I'm not done with that. I'm done with the workouts doing. Spider crawls, shit like that. I can't do that. Anyway, you said you weren't going to say that.
No, you liked Ash. We get on with Ash. Ash is a lovely guy. Ash is great. I've loved working with Ash. I've lost a stone under Ash's tutelage.
Yeah, well done.
But it's no fun having me, who was slightly in better shape anyway, losing weight, and you bailing out. This is meant to be a rags to riches story.
Life gets in the way.
What's gone wrong? Why have you struggled?
I've got another stag do this weekend. I've got a Dublin trip.
Another one?
Yeah, no, a Dublin trip back. But they've got Easter coming up. Who doesn't love Easter eggs? Do you love Easter egg, Ethan?
No, not a big fan.
Just me then loves Easter eggs. Life gets in the way.
But when you say life gets in the way, these are sort of bad dietary decisions that are getting in the way, aren't they?
Yeah.
When you signed up for the personal trainer program, and before
I forgot that was a thing. I just thought it'd be like a tablet or something, and it disappeared.
But yeah.
That stayed.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Strong.
And before this, we had PT in the park, who was another personal trainer. That, as it turned out, you only went to because your dad bought the membership and then couldn't go himself.
No, then I paid it off after.
Yeah. Would you say you're ready to maybe take this change?
Do you know what I am? Do you want to figure it out? I'm like a Chelsea Football Club.
Right.
Brilliant, lot of history, good at what they do, can't be managed, can't be coached. You'll try, but no one can get a grip of me.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the job's too big in more ways than one.
Except for some reason, Gus Hiddink.
Yeah, Gus Hiddink.
But he had to go. Maybe the only reason they liked him is because they knew he had to leave.
Yeah. So unfortunately, the job's too big, and like you'd probably say, in more ways than one.
No, I didn't say it.
Yeah, you would have said that. You would have in more ways than one. What was this slag off Joe Day today?
No,
you come in here. Like
it wasn't meant to be a slag off Joe Day today.
It is. Why?
But things have just lined up in a certain way. Because I wanted to talk about this personal trainer thing because I've been experiencing wonderful
only reason
changes.
you want to talk about it is because you're doing well at it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not show off day, is it?
Could be.
Right. Well, go on. How well are you doing?
No, I don't really want to talk about that.
You're going to take steroids to make your penis bigger. That's what you told me. That's what you told me. You want to bring out some secrets? You've told me off air, like I've told you off air a couple of things, that you're going to start taking steroids that makes your penis bigger.
Right.
And then I said, why? And you went, who doesn't like a bigger penis? That were your exact words, and here you are. Right, it's all coming out, isn't it? It's all coming out. True or false? You're going to deny steroids?
Right. Did I say it? Yes. I need to talk to you about this.
Why do you need your penis to be bigger?
I don't need it.
How small is it now?
1/4 inch.
Wow.
No, I don't need it to be bigger. Not in that way, but just I'm okay with it. I'm not worried about it. But I was having a conversation with the lad yesterday.
Who?
Just don't worry about it. One of my cousin's mates. And he was saying that he took a certain steroid, right? And I'm going to say what it is. It's called Anavar, right? It's a pill. It's not like an injection. It's not testosterone. It's not the big boys. There's the big ones like Tren, which just make your whole body turn bright red and you can't sleep.
Tren?
Yeah. Trenbolone, clenbuterol. These big boys that are scary.
Nice.
Anavar's like your sort of My First Steroid by Fisher Price.
Okay.
It's a little pill. It's quite cheap. There's not major side effects, but there's not major effects either.
But you can just buy it.
Well, you have to buy it on the web. Do you know what I mean?
Dark web.
I don't know if it has to be dark, but maybe a sort of the not too bright web.
Yeah, not from Amazon.
Or Amazon.
Yeah.
But he also said, I took it for 6 to 8 weeks, and it made my penis 13% bigger.
No, he did. You're talking shit there. How did he? He didn't say the word 13.
No, well, what he did.
How did you measure you've got 13% bigger penis?
Well, I did that afterwards in my calculator. So he described how big it was before, how big it was afterwards, and I ran the numbers. Right. I crunched the numbers.
So how big does
But then I googled, because then you think, throughout history, if there was a pill that cost between 60 and 80 quid for 8 weeks worth, that's less than a fucking Now TV subscription, that made your penis 13% bigger, Everyone would have had it.
Yeah.
You see these documentaries about people who are having like bits of their hamstring put in and like extending it over a rack and all that, sleeping with the curlers in and all that stuff.
Rack?
Not the country, like a clothes rack. They mean like squashing it and straightening it and flattening it, all that stuff. People go to great lengths to get great length, won't they?
Right.
So if this pill existed, but then I googled it, and it works. Let me read you this.
This is mental. This is too much.
Or it doesn't always work, but it can work. So if I Google...
Oh, but that's bad. What are the side effects as
So
well,
this is a study. The effects of oxandrolone, which is the sort of longer term for it, on genital development in uncomplicated growth retardation. This is the name of the study.
What retardation?
What tarnation? So it says the penile length percentage. It caused a marked increase in penile growth. This drug.
But.
It also appears, so this is a horrible sentence, although the older boys fell into lower percentiles than the younger boys, which who the hell did this study, it appears that they showed significant penile catch-up growth.
I just don't... What are the risks? Like,
medium to mild liver disease.
1 in 100 went blind, would you take it?
I'm not, just to clarify, I'm not going to take it.
You are?
I'm not.
You are?
I'm not, but I did. It did.
You get
it
these
did,
weird, like...
It did pique my interest.
You get fixated on weird stuff.
I do, yeah.
And this is why you're good at losing weight, because I just fixate on everything.
Yeah.
You've been fixated on this.
Yeah.
Now you're being fixated on bonds. Now you're going to be fixated on growing your penis. Like, it's just like sometimes you've got a one-track mind and it's just so focused.
But that's why...
So in a year's time, you're going to be ripped, a massive knob.
Loads of money.
Maybe that's where
oh no! What a terrible position to be in.
All right, sign me up.
You having some?
I'll do it if you do it. What were the side effects? I don't. My liver's.
Let's have a Google of some side effects. Ethan, what do you make of this?
What size is your penis?
What size is my penis?
No, not that. What
Sorry,
do you make of this whole conversation?
I'm just a bit scared in terms of like taking all these random drugs.
But
and
let's
stuff.
not forget, you were on steroids 2 weeks ago.
I was, but that was to keep me breathing and that. And apparently, if you have steroids for too long, it can make you go a bit doolally and that.
So here's
the thing about making steroids make your penis smaller.
No, testosterone-based steroids can make your testicles smaller because a lot of the testosterone is produced in the testicles, and if it doesn't need to make it, then it doesn't, and they go smaller.
Here's a mad fact about the testicles.
Go on.
Apparently, if you dip them in soy sauce, then 2 minutes later you can taste them. You can taste soy sauce.
Fucking taste mad if you want.
Apparently.
Hey, I'll dip these in soy sauce, and 2 minutes later you can taste them.
I think we should
tell
do
me if they taste like soy sauce.
Right.
Of course they fucking do.
Who wants to do this as a Patreon special?
They've been marinated in soy sauce. Of course they taste like it.
Who wants to do this as a Patreon special? We have a selection of dips, and we all have to guess what the dip is just by dipping our balls in it and holding it for 2 minutes. I'm up for it. You're like, oh, wow. Sweet chili.
We're just going to be able to smell it in the room.
Can I ask a question if you don't
Peg on
mind?
the nose.
Can I ask a question? Do you know if you don't mind me asking, I'll target you, Drew McGraw, with this question.
Here we go.
Has anyone sucked on one of your testicles before?
Yeah, could you taste their breath?
That's exactly what I was going to ask.
Christ.
I've been for a jog for 10k and I can still taste your breath more than these suckers.
I don't know.
How could that be possible? Where the fuck
Apparently
have you
we've
heard
got taste buds in the testicles.
Well, how come my mouth doesn't taste like sweat now then? Because I'm cooking up a storm down there.
How do you know it doesn't?
Maybe it always does.
Maybe it always is.
Where did you hear this?
I heard it on a TikTok.
Google it.
Google. Does your testicles...
And also, why did they say soy sauce of all things?
Right, do you want to have a little guess? Because you did a game like this, didn't you? You were once on TV, by the way.
Yeah.
For a game like this.
Yeah.
What?
So, Joe's on telly.
A game like this?
It's called Beat the Internet.
You basically Google something to a point, and then you've got to guess what's...
The remaining, Google searches.
What's first
The recommendations.
Does your testicles what? Ethan, do you want to guess?
Does your testicles?
Does your testicles... Or do your testicles?
I'm going to say,
Go on.
droop.
Droop.
Droop is not one.
Something about them hurting. Hurt when you something.
Yeah. Get full.
Oh, wow. Let's move on.
Do your testicles have taste buds?
That's not one.
No, it's not one.
Well,
right,
this can't be true, Joe.
Although the testicles do contain taste receptors,
What?
they don't lead to taste because they're not connected to the brain. Oh. Still a good game.
What corner of TikTok are you in?
No,
where you're
do
watching
testicles have taste buds?
probably
The answer
grown
is
men
yes.
dip their testicles in soy sauce.
You're just seeing the reaction of the men. You're not seeing the testicles. Are you? But, you pay more for that.
Yeah.
So what have we come to the conclusion? You've apologised for me for the...
No apologising. It's gone on.
I will continue my training with Ash.
Good.
And smash it. I'm not drinking this month.
That's really good to hear. Speaking of, I vomited after a night out last week.
Yeah, you said, should we meet up for a drink? And I said, yeah, and then you just didn't text back.
No.
You did.
What is it with you and just pretending things happened?
But what happened then? Do you want to get the WhatsApp voice messages up again, shall we?
Let's do it. If you're going to play that game.
So go on, tell me what happened.
So basically, my cousin and some of his mates came up for one of their birthdays, and I went out with them. But I don't drink that much anymore, I've realised. I didn't realise I didn't drink that much, but I don't drink that much. And I went out, and I get to the point where my brain isn't that drunk. Like, I can still talk, I'm not slurring, I'm not like... Oh, I know.
Yeah.
But my body it's like it goes, poison! Time out a sec. Like it registers the alcohol as poison, which it is.
Yeah.
But I've got to that point now, I'm going to be sick. The next part of my night is me being sick.
And then can you carry on after it?
So I sat in the toilets of what used to be cocktail, beer, ramen and bun or whatever.
But now Kongs. You went to Kongs?
Yeah, it was a bad
Why
choice,
did you do
not
that?
made by me. I don't want to get into
Did you
that.
get food?
No, it was the only people in there were the bartenders and the kitchen staff sat at the bar, and us. But I sat in the toilet in there for half an hour.
Half an hour?
In through the nose, out through the mouth. Kept repeating to myself, the body gives up long before the mind. Vice versa. The mind gives up long before the body. Just don't give up. I thought this ain't going anywhere. So I texted Lizzie, pick me up. She was on call.
You're such a wet wipe.
She was on call.
You text your girlfriend saying, pick me up.
No.
Why don't she... What is she, your mum?
No. She'd already said, I'll pick you up tonight.
You're West. Well, who gets the girlfriend to pick them up on a night out? What time is this?
It's about 11:30. But we started drinking at 3. It was a day sesh.
Pick me up.
Well, she said she would. Why would I not?
Yeah, but why don't you just let her go to bed on a Saturday where you can chill out?
Because she can come see me. So she picked me up. We got on the way back to
Did she bring you a
Stockport.
Happy Meal?
Huh?
Did she bring... You definitely went to McDonald's on the way home.
No, she offered it, and I just said, just stop talking. I can't deal with this. She brought the dog with us.
She brought the dog into town at 11:30 at night.
Yeah.
Why?
So it'd be nice for him when I got in the car.
You two.
Then I was like, right, pull over. This is it. And I pulled over and just was sick on someone's driveway just outside Levenshulme.
Nice. Did you leave a note?
Two big vomits. Just back in the car. Oasis, bottle of water. Woke up next morning, felt fantastic.
You put Oasis
It was
on?
a great night. Little by little.
I mean, Ethan, what have you been up to, mate? You've had some experiences. You had a couple of days off.
Oh,
Which we worked around you.
I've actually been on the beers quite a few times recently. I've been enjoying myself. It's been nice.
Best night you've had?
Oh, good question. I can't really remember. I don't know why I've just lost my train of thought.
Okay, we'll come back to you. You said in this message thread between you and I, that you need to issue an apology on the podcast.
Oh, I do. So, something's happened recently, and I think it's a combination of peer pressure and St. Patrick's Day. That since St. Patrick's Day and having only Scrans in, when he give us a Guinness, I then, on the St. Patrick's Day night, decided, it's not be fun, isn't it? Tradition. I just stayed on Guinness. And I've got to issue an apology. It's actually quite nice.
Right.
And it's probably the drink I'll drink now for a bit. I quite like it.
So you've really got into it. You slagged it off. You said it was the hipster's choice.
No,
you said when you have it,
it
makes you more thirsty. It doesn't quench your thirst.
It does though. But then I get more Guinness. I drink more Guinness.
Yeah.
So I have to issue an apology. I'm sorry for those people who I slagged off. In fact, they didn't get into the 9 out of 10 club at the start. Apologies.
I remember what I've been up to.
Fuck me.
Sorry, I did an escape room for the first time in my life.
Nice.
Wow.
Not one organised by your stepdad?
No, not one organised by my stepdad.
Escape the loft. Who is this family up here? Oh, there's a bit of a laugh.
Well, it's funny you say loft, because it was the theme was a motel, which was a bit like a
Absolutely
loft.
not anything like a loft, but carry on.
And so the theme was a hotel, and it was 5 out of 5 scare rating.
As voted for by who?
What happened? Is this like TripAdvisor but for escape rooms?
This is the
Trap advisor.
This is one of the scariest escape rooms that you could do, and it was me, Bill, Matt, Wob, and Manisha who done the escape room. And
Rumour has it she's still in there.
well,
She was taken by the mechanism itself, wasn't she? She's become part of the escape room now.
funny you say that.
No, it's not.
I just killed the camera there. Funny you say that. It's got.
The escape
The
room.
spooks have entered the podcast.
Well, it's got a 40% pass success rate. You see.
Wow.
Oh, numbers kicking them out, Edge, for a bit of fun.
5
isn't
out of 5 spooktacular
40%,
rating,
yeah.
40% success rate.
So in we went into the escape room.
I've never done an escape room. What is it? Is it one room with loads of clues in it?
No, you see, Drew, so there's a few rooms, and what you have to do is try and find the clue to unlock the next room. You find the mystery key, you crack the code, and into the next room you go. The time is ticking. You've got an hour. Will you complete it or will you not? Only fate can decide that, really.
No, hard work can as well.
Yeah,
Oh, and,
You
yeah,
had a couple of
but
mystery keys that Saturday night, didn't you?
absolutely not. It's not Joe McGrath in Dublin. It's
Carry on,
Joe
carry
Smith
on.
in Manchester.
Carry on.
And so in we went. The guy, Jack, covered our eyes, our instructor. A bit like Bear Grylls, he
What, for the
reminded me
full
of.
hour?
Oh, no, sorry. Just as he led us into the room for the first room. And then Jack says, right, the first thing you have to do is find the CDs, the DVDs, and put them into the TV, and that will give you your next instructions. Bang! The door closes, right? Yeah. And then off and away. And then Wobb's getting all flustered. He's looking for a torch. Manisha's running around in circles. Bill's just flipping things off the bed.
Would you say that running around in circles helped you escape the room at all? Or was
Well,
that maybe
this was the problem, Drew. We just got told the first instruction was to find the DVDs
So
and
just-
put them in the TV, but no one was doing that.
Just to ask you a question.
Yeah.
When you said then, you've got to find the CDs, the DVDs, and put them in the thing. Did he say that sentence?
Oh, no, sorry. That was me correcting myself.
right.
Oh,
I thought that was like a subtle clue.
I thought
like, the DVDs are going to be in the CD player.
we're on to something.
Yeah, I'd be like, hang on a sec, mate. What was that? But no, you just fucked up his line, did you?
That was right. I was retelling the story, and I correct myself halfway through.
Okay.
But there we were, finding the DVDs, and then eventually I was like, no, sorry, I had to remind us to find the DVDs. We did eventually find the DVDs, and then the bed comes forward, a hole in the wall opens up, and through we burst into the next room. And then we're in the next room, you see.
in the next room.
This is
Yeah.
one of those stories,
What was the
isn't
clue there?
Well, the
it?
siege...
Glory hole.
Obviously, I don't want to waste loads of time, but it was quite exciting because one of the clues led us to unscramble the words, which were breathe on the mirror. And I was laughing because Bill started breathing on the mirror, and I was thinking, what a moron. He thinks breathing on the mirror is going to do something. But there it was. The numbers that were needed occurred on the mirror.
It says breathe on the mirror. Why wouldn't you?
But I just thought, what's the mirror going to do when you breathe on the mirror? But it actually did show some numbers of that.
Like they know what they're doing. This place,
Imagine you in there by yourself, just refusing, forgetting that you need to look for DVDs, not breathing on the mirror, just trapped in that first room for 9 hours, crying your eyes out, looking for some CDs.
Well, you see, Drew, Jack...
all I could find was these DVDs. I'm stuck forever.
Well, you see, Drew, Jack, the guy who I described to you, is a bit like Bear Grylls, the man who was leading this expedition, or the manager of the escape room, I should say, was...
the man who was leading the expedition, or should I say, an employee of Gorilla Corp.
He was saying... what was he saying? I've lost my train of thought again. I've had such a long day today. Anyway, what happened? What happened was, I'm so sorry. I'm not on a break. My brain's gone to mush there.
This is a break.
So basically, what happens is, we all fall out. And
Were
we
you
can't work it
there?
out.
Fucking hell.
Why does it feel like you're making this up on the spot?
Well, we couldn't crack the codes and stuff. Oh, that's what I was going to get to.
Fuck me.
So Jack's communicating.
He's ill. The guy's ill.
He's communicating to us on like a speaker, and he's watching us on the cameras. All right, and Jack shouts to us, "Move to the cooker. That's a clue." And I was like, "Everyone, be quiet. Did you hear that?"
Fuck off.
Again, and he said, "Move to the cooker. That's a clue." So I go,
And then you went, what could that mean? Surely not move towards the cooker. Will, you big idiot. Will says, moving towards the cooker. No, Ethan says, that must be wrong. The clue that he's given us explicitly couldn't be the answer.
man.
No one in the history of that escape room was given more clues than you, by the way. No one ever had to give that many clues before.
and then we all moved to the cooker, all right? And then Matt comes wandering over. He's a little bit slow. And then, bang!
He must be slow for you to call him slow.
Well, sorry, you just missed my big change of pace there. So Matt comes over. Then, bang! Right?
Wow.
A man with a mask comes into the room. He's brandishing a baseball bat. He's wellying it off everywhere. He runs over to us. Manisha says, "You fucking dare." And then he backs off a little bit. And then he's slamming the place up. Everyone's screaming and that. And then I say, "Excuse me, could you give us a clue?" And he went, "Oh, bang, bang, bang." Made us follow him. And then he started pointing at some things. Anyway, we've tried to follow those clues. We didn't complete it. We were too slow. And we didn't even make the last room, which was apparently the best one.
Fucking hell. What a story.
What a
How much did
story.
that cost you?
What a story.
Well, Matt's got one of those blue cards.
Oh,
that you get
fuck
for,
me.
for
So
being-
hang on a sec. This guy's got a fucking yearly pass to this, and he couldn't even get to the last room.
Well, no, he's got a... Well, they give you 25% off on those
Oh,
blue
that's
cards, don't they?
What,
And,
like a blue light card?
I think that's what
Does
it's
he work
called.
for like local parliament or something?
He used to be an assistant teacher, but he's not anymore. But he's still got 2 years on it.
How is it that ending there is the most exciting and interesting part of that story? Some-
Hey, listen, did I tell you what this...
Ethan, that
Did I tell
might...
you once that, do you know, near Ruby Lounge, you know, near where Northern Soul is, that used to be on Church Street?
Yeah.
There was an escape room there. And Ruby Lounge used to be a really
Next
good
to
venue.
Mint Lounge.
No.
Oh.
Other side.
Okay, sorry.
Ruby Lounge used to be a great venue, and I was working for a band there once. And I was, so there it is, escape room there, Ruby Lounge there. And as the band followed in through this fire escape, and I went and grabbed some of their gears and stuff like that. And as I was throwing it over my bag, and then I was trying to get in this room, like, fucking hell, this door. So I just went, fuck off, opened it. I entered the escape room. There was 4 people trying to figure out the clues. I was the man. They went, "Do you have a clue?" I went, "I don't."
I ain't got a fucking clue, mate. That's what you
Someone
said.
puts through and, "Can you get out, please?" I went, "Oh, I'm very, very sorry. Very sorry."
That was you with Ethan then, wasn't it?
I've only got one more story before 9 out of 10 club.
Well, great, because, you know, we could do something.
Massages.
Oof.
Ethan had one last week. Have you had another yet?
No, the woman said to me, maybe do it once a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I love it.
I was working once on a radio station. This is going to remain anonymous. I'll tell you off air.
Tell us now.
No. I'm not going to say it now because he might sue me. And there was a guy finishing a breakfast show.
Who's what?
Finishing a breakfast show. And what happened was he was leaving this station and we were going to go all out for a little bit of a drink, a brunch to celebrate. And then we were going to meet him back later that night to celebrate more. He lived a bit far away. So we had to come in, obviously do the breakfast show. We all stayed, had brunch with him, but we were getting on the beers. And he liked to drink. Still does, I think. Anonymous. Still does. Loves to drink. Gets about 11, 12 o'clock. We're like, right, we've got to go. We're going to go back to work. We'll see you about 4ish, 5ish. You're going to go home with something? Going, no. I'm going to get wanked off. Right. Went to a massage parlour in Manchester. Was in there for 3 hours.
No.
Right?
No.
Wanked off twice. Right? Comes back and meets us at 4 o'clock. Just telling everyone, just be wanked off. Loves it. He's got a card and everything. He knows where to go. Anyway, he comes back, and because whilst he's getting wanked off...
Why is it that the third time that
reached quota. We reached quota. When he getting wanked off, they allowed him to have cans. So he's in the massage parlour drinking
what,
cans.
headphones like on radio?
No, like, Strongbow.
Yeah.
And he's getting wanked off, and he's having cans like that. So he comes back, he's bladdered. He's so pissed. Anyway, the security guy, wouldn't let him into his own leaving party. He went, fucking hell. So what do I do now? He got wanked off again. On his own leaving party, he got wanked off, and they went for an all-you-can-eat Chinese. We walked past, said,
What past me when? What do you mean you walked past?
Nobody's getting wanked off.
Oh, you pulled the door open again, didn't you?
He was having his chow mein. I couldn't believe it. So we had the nice night. He paid for like all these different bits. We thought we might as well go. So we went without him.
So his leaving do was brunch and getting wanked off 3 times.
Yeah. Whilst drinking dark fruits. It's great leaving do. What a crazy thing.
He could have done that without you lot there, though.
No, he could have. Right, should we get into the 9 out of 10 club?
Yeah, let's do it.
Lovely. Right, 9 out of 10 club is very simple. It's the club in which we try and bring foods to the table that people think are 9 out of 10. And this one is by Joe Young.
Mighty Joe Young, the gorilla.
Don't know.
Did you ever watch that? Unbelievable film.
What?
Mighty Joe Young.
No.
Big boy, but even wow, he had a heart of gold.
Be like me. Now then, fellas, love the show. Proud to be part of the Slop Squad.
Slopper Army, but whatever.
Slopper Army. I want to bring today a food that I think is in the 9 out of 10 club. And ladies and gentlemen, fucking hell, it is the chicken parmo. Now, we've got chicken parmo there in all of its glory. This is a chicken fillet, breadcrumbed with bechamel sauce on it, topped with cheese, and baked in the oven.
And it can be all yours as today's special prize.
And here it is. What have you got there, by the way?
Well, they did it like a meal deal, so it's come with a chip, it's come with a mac and cheese, and it's come with some sort of
Ethan,
corn
what do you know
salad.
about the parmo?
I feel like I should know more about a parmo because it's like a northeast kind of scran.
Well, describe that then, because not everyone knows about the fact that it's like a northeast thing.
Well, you see, it comes more so from Middlesbrough things, and I'm not really educated enough to talk about a parmo because I don't really think I've had one. But I didn't think that's what it would look like. I thought it came in like bread.
Well, it is. It has been breaded, as in like pre-breaded before it was battered. But then so it's like almost like a chicken. Go on. A scallop or whatever, escalope, with cheese and cheese sauce on it. To me, well, anyway, go on, let me have a go. Ethan,
come round.
You got any more forks for us?
We'll pick it up.
You pick it up. I haven't picked it up.
What do you think?
It's all right.
No.
Do I think we've got the best one? Probably not. No one's touched it yet. What are you doing? Put some pasta on it.
Why are you putting mac and cheese on it?
Why put mac and cheese on it? That's not a parmo.
That's not detainting it.
Oh, why is that in there?
Well, I said already, it came as a meal deal. I couldn't help it.
Big mouthful from Ethan there.
I'll have another one.
Get us another one. Yeah, come on, get us another one. Don't be tight.
What?
Go on then, have that.
There you go.
Oh.
Thank you. Oh, sorry. Ethan, pass that back. Right.
So describe it, what it is taste-wise. Is it anything other than just its constituent parts?
Now,
There we go.
what I gotta say is the combination of all the flavours, the chicken, the breadcrumbs, the cheese, the bechamel sauce. It's nice. We've had a break today. Is it 9 out of 10?
I mean, what are we reviewing here? Really?
A piece of chicken.
A piece of chicken with some cheese on it. Isn't it? Bechamel sauce doesn't taste of anything.
No.
I've never liked bechamel sauce in anything.
Yeah, but you've got hatred about bechamel sauce. Why?
I just think it's... At best, it's a cheese sauce, and at worst, it's flavourless slurry.
What?
It's literally, what is it, like flour, butter, milk? That's nothing, is it?
No.
Bit of salt and pepper. I get it. You're adding a bit of flavour there. But it's like...
Do you think we've had a good one there?
I don't think it matters. It's absolutely lacking a bit of tang.
Yeah.
There's no acidity to that whatsoever. It's so rich and creamy. It needs... Like, do you know like a chicken parm, which isn't the same as a parmo, often will come with like a Italian-style tomato sauce on there as well.
Yeah, nice.
That is great.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you've got that
really
acidity
good.
and that sweetness to cut through the richness. But that is just like... It's like something you make when you get home after a night out. Do you know when you're just looking through the fridge?
Joe Young says he eats it piss.
Yeah, but it's like something that not a restaurant has made, that you just made chicken breast, oh, we've still got some leftover bread sauce from Christmas, put that on it, cheese, put it in the oven. That's it.
That's it. Ethan
I
James.
don't get it.
Well, you see, with these things like a parmo, I can only assume the person who sent it in. Like, I feel like you have it on like a night out or something. It kind of gives you some good memories of that. That's what it's supposed to do. Do you know what I mean? You associate some food with just having good times.
Yeah, it's a good time food.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you know what? I did enjoy it. I wanted more. I'm starving. Haven't really ate today, so if
Not
there's
a
any
break.
more chips or pasta going later, I'll be
yeah,
delighted to
go back.
hoover that up. But yeah, I thought it was not too bad at all. But I do know what you say. Maybe this wasn't the best example of a parmo, because am I wrong? Is it supposed to be breaded? Or
Yeah, it is breaded.
It's definitely supposed to be bread.
That is breaded.
oh, sorry, I meant come in bread.
Hold on. We need to rewind a bit. What?
I thought it came in like bread.
Do you think breaded and breaded are the same thing?
I just
do you think-
realised that was a communication error there. Yeah.
But what, communicating between what, your brain and your mouth? Because we haven't said in bread,
I thought it came in
except when we're
bread.
talking
Stop
about
saying you
you.
think it came in bread.
Does it not?
It doesn't come in bread, no.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Call
everyone.
yourself a fucking someone from the northeast.
I know this is what I mean. Like, everyone talks about a parma, but I never actually had
The
one.
only thing that comes in bread in this studio is you, Ethan.
Does your stepdad not make you a parmo?
Ah,
That was a quick response, wasn't it? Fucking hell.
It's not 9 out of 10,
Yeah,
is
it's
it?
not 9 out of 10. There's another thing on there that I think we need to... Maybe,
Sorry, everyone.
Maybe, no, so Parma's not 9 out of 10. I think we're going to get a lot of hate for that, and maybe we'll have to go up to Ethan's way and try one round there one
Yeah,
time.
proper Middlesbrough one. But
Yeah.
you need some like, I hate to say it, ketchup would do. A little acidity.
Ketchup would do. There's something on there which I think we could do next week. The mac and cheese. I think we need to talk about mac and cheese.
I'm happy to talk about it now.
Go on
I
then.
think it might be the most overrated food in the world.
I think this is going to cause a bit
I
of
think
stuff.
mac and cheese is shit. It is shit. It is awful. What are we pretending with mac and cheese? It's not crispy. Like, it just lacks.
It does lack. I'm fully with you.
There's no like known dip for it. Like
No.
ketchup, it lacks that acidity. But
Yeah.
we know you can go into a mayonnaise or like a hot sauce. Not obviously no acidity in mayonnaise. You go into a hot sauce. You can go into a ketchup. You go into a barbecue sauce. You can bring that acidity. There's no like obvious dip for mac and cheese. It's already wet. It's so creamy. It's so just soft.
Yeah.
It's like eating like a cheese soup with pasta in it.
Yeah.
What's
it's
the
not-
point?
You know what's better than it? Cauliflower cheese.
Cauliflower cheese is better
So
because it's got more
There's more
flavour.
bite to it. There's a bit more something to it. Mac and cheese is overrated, Ethan.
I hate cauliflower.
No, weird question.
It's like we do this podcast with a cat.
It's so fucking
That
bad.
sort of listens to a little bit, but he's too busy licking
I
his
said-
own soy sauce flavoured bollocks to know what's going on. We're asking you whether we think mac and cheese is overrated, and he just goes, "I hate cauliflower."
Well, sorry, yeah. I'm lactose intolerant, so I don't have it too much. But like I'm saying, I'm bloody starving. So if there's any left over after today, I'll
Oh my
happily
God,
have
we'll give
some.
you some. Fuck me. We're not torturing you here. People think you've been down here for years. What have you eaten today?
Toast.
Pardon?
Toast. Had some toast and some toast today.
How many slices?
It's not well, is it?
Just two bits of toast.
Just
yeah.
two, please.
slices
He
of
almost said please then. Just two, please.
Why
No,
don't you
we're not
bring, like-
ordering, Ethan.
Why don't you bring,
Ethan's
like, a
delirious,
packed
and
lunch
I'm
or
worried
something?
about him.
I just got my schedule a bit muddled up.
I'm a bit worried about Ethan. I think we should end this podcast.
Well, no, we got Ask Ethan.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, even better.
We got about 5 minutes. I've got a couple of Ask Ethans because I wanted to get it on SloppyJoesPodcast@gmail.com. Also, quick one. we're toying around the idea of doing either a bit of a show and tell or a talent show on the live show. Showing off the Sloppers' talents.
Yeah, because you're a talented bunch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You listen to us every week, but we want to listen to you. We want to hear what you can do.
As so simple as, being great at naming all the countries in the world.
Yeah.
To roly-polies.
A juggler.
To a juggler.
Yeah, a man who can stick up in the air and catch it in his own pants.
Oof. We may have a special judge as well who could come on and judge you.
Yeah.
And we may have a prize.
Oof.
TBC. But if you do have a talent, SloppyJoesPodcast@gmail.com. The live show is your stage.
Yeah.
A couple of Ask Ethans. This is from Jacob Hegarty.
That's my old housemate. Trish.
Why do you drink syrup like it's a pint?
Oh, he's actually wrote that in. Yeah. Well, that's actually, I didn't think we'd get onto that. Every time I go around to the lads in Didsbury, I always just drink out the syrup bottle.
What do you mean the syrup
I
bottle?
don't get what you're talking about.
The golden syrup bottle. I've got a bottle of golden syrup there that no one touches. Every time I go around, I'd probably say I have between 6 to 10 shots of syrup because I love sugar.
This is so weird. You just drink syrup from the...
Yeah, so like if in their house where they live in Didsbury, and they've got like a darts board, so everyone be throwing a few darts, I just have a bit of syrup.
Like an old man, like drinking whiskey in an American film. Just sliding a glass of syrup down the bar to you.
Yeah, but sometimes I get a little bit embarrassed, so I hide behind the fridge and just have some syrup, but they spot me sometimes.
It's like proper syrups and anonymous.
So you hide behind a fridge and drink syrup like a fucking wasp.
Yeah, so I just stand like across...
like an
this,
ant.
so they can't
licking
like
syrup off
see
a
me.
countertop.
Yeah, and just get a few syrups.
How much sugar do you have at your own house?
I don't have syrup there because I just drink it. It's because I see it, that's the problem. I see it and I want to drink it, so I drink it. So I tried ban myself from like fizzy pop and that. I try not to buy fizzy pop. But when it's like in, say Adam buys some fizzy pop and I see it in the fridge, I just have to have like a half a glass. That becomes a full glass and a glass and a half, and then I just can't stop. And syrup's like a quicker way to get to that heaven, that high.
Fix.
Yeah.
Syrup's like you start off on a bit of weed. That's like a Coke Zero, innit? A little joint. Syrup is smack, innit?
Yeah,
Syrup is pure heroin.
It all started off on Pancake Day, Drew.
He's fucking funny, isn't he?
Right, it did.
Take us back, Ethan.
Hold on.
So,
Yeah.
so me and Rybo were looking...
Shrove Tuesday for those
Rybo?
uninitiated.
Me and
Rybo?
Ryan Bissett.
Keep talking. Keep talking, Ethan. You'll be alright. We need to do this podcast when you went on a break every week.
Oh, God.
So Ryan, a.k.a. Rybo.
So
Rybo!
me and Rybo were getting some stuff ready.
Is that short for Ribena? Something
No,
else you probably drink straight from the bottle.
it's called. I hope he doesn't mind me saying his surname. His surname's Bissett. So
Business?
Bissett.
Oh.
Bissett. Sorry, Bissett. Sorry. So
What's going on?
So basically, me and him went on an adventure to find some pancake stuff.
This has to be so much shorter than your last story.
And we went around and we were having a look, and we couldn't find any syrup in Tesco. And he said, "I'm not having pancakes if I've no syrup." So we went all the way to the other end to, I think it's the Co-op, and they didn't have any either. So we went back to Tesco and we asked the man, "Have you seen the syrup?" And he went, "Oh no, I've not seen the syrup." And then he lifted up this little flap, which obviously it seems that the staff was hiding the syrup behind this flap, and there was loads of bottles of syrup. And then that just got me in the mood for some syrup, and then it just started from then. And then ever since then, every time I go around, I have some syrup.
I think we need to stop this before he
it's
says something that he can't take back.
Well, Ethan, thank you for being you, I guess.
Nah, brilliant. That was amazing.
Can Rybo come to the live show?
He's invited. I don't know if he's coming. He's invited. He's a good lad.
What does he do?
He does some like media stuff and works for like Pepsi and that. He was doing stuff with Mason Mount the other day.
There you go. High flyer.
Yeah, flyer indeed.
Syrup chaser and high flyer Rybo.
Thank you very much for watching today.
Yeah.
Do us a favour, please. Get some live show tickets. Probably all sold out now, hopefully. So we're going to planning. And if you can, let us know your talents, and we can make the most of that, because that'd be good fun.
Yeah, great little talent show.
Yeah. Get to the Patreon. Got some good stuff coming in Patreon.
Yeah, really good stuff.
Not thought of it yet, but it'll come.
We're filming next week. You better have thought of it.
Oh, it's my house, isn't it?
Yeah.
What am I doing again? Come down with me. I can't wait. I'm going to do a beef shin. I already know the recipe.
Really?
I saw that. I thought, that's what I'm doing. Beef shin for the boys. Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah, my dog's going to attack Ethan as well, which is really good fun. So, come down with special. My turn to have a go. That'll be with you as well. But yeah, and also you get early access and all the stuff, all the pods. Thank you for watching.
Thank you very much. See you in a bit.
Ethan, I'm going to eat all these chips and...
No, you're not.
No,
He is. Joe's going to have it now.
No, you're not. Bye.
Bye, Ethan.
Hey!